Hey yo, what's up? You know who it is. It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. And of course, I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And this is a special after school special edition because this is a conversation that we should have had 2 weeks ago. You can play Primal Rage 2 now. Like, that's important. Like, it really is important because I want to shout out my main man, Gruntzilla94. And yes, he is my main man. And yes, I'm still in there from Amar Rashad from NBA Inside Stuff because I got to throw it back to fucking something. Gruntzilla done been putting in his work for years. And I've been sitting back watching the work for years. And it's like, finding out that the game was actually playable, quote unquote, was something that hit me like something because I played the game last week and was going to make the video then. And it's like, I played the game. And then I don't really remember much else about last Sunday other after playing Primal Rage. Oh, wait, I started playing a whole bunch of other games because I had to make sure my damn controller worked. Because that's one of the things that is the downside is that if, like me, you got XBCD running because I got this old, got this OTE stick or whatever, you got to turn it to a regular 360 stick or else the emulator won't recognize it. So if Gruntzilla is listening, that's a thing that that if you got some time to work on that, man, hook that up for your boy because you my main man now. Because again, remind you, I stole that from Amar Rashad. You thought Booker T was with Faith out? No. Amar Rashad. Everybody was this main man every week. Here's an idea when you get done with this. Go watch some old episodes of NBA Inside Stuff. Trust me, I know they on the internet some damn where you can watch Everybody's My Main Man, and we talking about the old school episodes. The old school episodes with Will Obey, not the ones with Summer Sanders, the old school joints with Will Obey on them. Letting your motherfucking ass know. But the thing is that I enjoyed what I could play at Primal Rage, even though Betsy, my number one boo, my base sauce lover, she couldn't quite run it as well, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm seeing all these videos coming out for the characters or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, the game look hot. It's like, Primal Rage 2 is just one of those instances where you play the version 36 alpha and you can like see the fucking potential of how good this was. Because if you really want to have the technical Primal Rage 1 conversation, we can quickly have it. When it comes to Primal Rage and the ways you can experience and how you can existentially experience the game that we're talking about, there are 3 ways that you could technically do that in a way that is competent enough, to be competent. The only true way at this juncture to play Primal Rage version 2.3 in its 2.3 glory is to go find an arcade machine of Primal Rage because main can't quite run it and has it like you can start the game, play the game, but there are things that are off about it. So if you care about those things like I sort of do, it's like it's alright, but then when it comes to home ports, if you gonna play a home port of Primal Rage, the only technical version that you should even try to like peek your damn eye at is the Sega Saturn version, and it's serviceable enough compared to every other version of Primal Rage you can possibly play. It's like the PS1 version of Primal Rage isn't even in a close fucking second when it comes to home ports. It's either play the Sega Saturn version or kill your fucking self. I don't know, but that is just what it is. Your third option, and this is probably the option you might want to go take a look at, the version that is, I don't know what you call that version number of Primal Rage that's on Midway Arcade Treasures 2, but do me a favor, play it on the Xbox. Because one of these days, we are going to come back to the answer to this conversation, which will be the answer. If I'm trying to play an emulated version of a video game on something, what should I do? When it comes to 2 generations ago, the answer is always the Xbox. Always. Unless there is some specific thing, and the only game I can think of where this is the case or the many title memories collections that came out on various systems because one game runs the game perfectly or it's not on this version or some other shit. But that is the only thing, the only excuse in that where the answer isn't played on the fucking Xbox. So there you have it. So my thing is that Primal Rage and emulation, it's always been this weird thing. This nice weird thing, but at least thanks to Grunzilla, you ain't gotta go all the way to the fucking ill side to fucking play a video game. It is a cool relic, yes. But even given in this state, I played enough of this to know that I'm going to main the shit out of Kena. I'm going to get in the lab hard with every character on the damn roster. And when somebody figure out how to make Necrosign legit without some fucking codes, I'm going to play a Necrosign too. But I played enough of this game to be when I get Betsy version 2 and we really get to doing some work, I really just see myself making videos and getting in the lab with this game. Because for a game in the state that it's in, there was a lot of promise in that. And it's a shame that games like this don't get to see their full potential. But at least we get to experience them. And that's what's important. As he sits here and waits for somebody to dump Kenju so he can fucking play it, I'm still waiting on fucking Kenju to get dumped, dude. That's gonna be the day. There was the day a couple of months ago, if you guys haven't been keeping up, when Enoch Perkerfeld, perfect word, or however the fuck you pronounce that German fucking word, and you would think I would be better at pronouncing German words, but you can play that game now. There were times for fucking years that and the arcade version you know what I'm gonna say it. Super Jew Puncher. Super Nazi Jew Puncher 2. You can call it a Koski Blitz Camp. I shouldn't really be calling it Super Nazi Jew Puncher in this day of ours because somebody's gonna get pissed. But see, instead of punching Nazis or Jews in a video game, you say some ignorant shit, I'll punch you in the fucking mouth. I shouldn't have said that either. See, that's just me digging myself in a hole. But look. The thing that I have been slowly coming to terms with, something that I've come to terms with and keep coming to terms with, is how important archival is. Because, just to get off topic before we get out of here, I know everybody listening has had one of these moments within the last couple of years. You remember a video from the throwback era. And I'm talking about 2007, 2008. YouTube, when you can still watch full episodes of fucking Naruto with the subs on the some bitch throwback. And remember, what fucking video was that shit I'm watching? And then you search for 2-3 hours on the internet, because I've had a couple of those. And it's like every now and then I will dive into, let me see if I can find it holes. And recently, I will tell y'all something live. Recently, one of the holes I dug into was trying to find the first cosplay porn I ever watched. And it was a video of Riku that was on fucking Kazaa, nigga. This is like throwback 2005 shit. It was on the internet somewhere. The thing I couldn't find, the Street Fighter EX hentai with Sakura in it. You can't find that without some fucking watermark on it. And I think I might have it around here some fucking word, but you get the point. Archiving shit is important. It's a damn shame. Because this is another example I'm going to bring up. We're going to talk about archival and shit. And we're going to have a whole video about it. Is a giant fucking example of this is trying to find trailers that don't have fucking watermarks on them and shit. Or in the recent case of a series that I love dearly in Bloody Roar because of what Konami did to it, the websites that house the information for Primal Fury and Part 4 don't technically exist in a way that you can use them, but thanks to websites like archive.org, you can sort through a lot of it, but it's a lot of that stuff that's just fucking plainly lost of fucking time. I'm like, shit. I'm like, a couple of days ago, I just had a random thought about the remake of fucking Splatterhouse. That whole DLC suite is dead. Luckily for me, I got it downloaded and I completely forgot about it. It's like downloaded on my old PS3 and shit. Like the old PS3 that I was playing Kamen Rider before that shit blew the fuck up. Is if you wanted the DLC for Spread House, which is really some survival rooms and a couple of fucking masks or something, you can't get that shit now. Archival is important. That's why when I go on hunts and I see certain shit that I've been from the throwback era, I download it immediately. Because I download it immediately and put it on something and throw the key away. Because archival is important. And I know that I got off on a motherfucking tangent on this, but the point is still in the ballpark and in the same. The reasons why that we have the opportunity to play shit like Primal Rage 2 is because somebody took the fucking forethought and backed whatever the fuck was on that fucking hard drive. So yay. So, in conclusion, Gruntzilla 94 is my main man. Go watch you an episode of Throwback NBA Inside Stuff. Go dive down you an internet hole and see if you can find an old video that you watched way back in the day. They call me Phil of the Future type shit. See, go. I'm for real. That's my challenge for the end of this video. Think about something real throwback from at least 8 to 10 years ago and see if you can find it. I'm like, shit, I'd have been on a couple of hunts. I'm trying to hunt down some beats now that some dude made back in the day, and I got the word from him that the only place the beats were was the place where I found the beats originally 10 fucking years ago. Go on a dark, dump in the dark hole on the internet and see if you can find some old shit. We'll be getting back to this archival shit and shit I got backed up for future reference soon, but the point is, you can play Primal Rage 2, and you don't have to go to Galloping Ghost in Illinois to fucking do it. I'm like, at this point, because the emulator that came out 2 years after they done made they money for you to pay $20 to go in that motherfucker and play this shit on free play all day, this ain't fucking harming nobody's fucking bottom line. You're not gonna see this downloadable on no motherfucking system anytime fucking soon, or if ever, or no shit like that. So it's like, it ain't harming nobody. I'm just not gonna tell you where to go get it, because all you gotta do is Google Primal Rage 2, and trust me, I think you can find the things you're looking for combined with the emulator that I link in the damn description to play the fucking game. See? Help me helping you, helping your motherfucking self. Another triple the gas staple. How about that? But yeah, we're gonna get back to Primal Rage. Once I get Betsy hooked up the way I want you, and me and the crew, we working on that, because we got some things in the works. We working on that, and we actually working on that. Is that we gonna get that together, and once I do, you're gonna see a lot more shit from me, because I've been sitting up here building up an arsenal of dirt, and I know that a lot of stuff that I'm about to cover ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about, but I'd rather you see it than you don't. But it just gotta be right. So, damn, okay, that went a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Just a little bit. Let's see. The Cool Out, well, last week's installment of the Cool, this week's installment of the Cool will be out sometime next week, because that's how it works now. That's what happens when you when you gotta grind for that bill to keep a roof over your fucking head. I hope you understand. Ain't nothing out for real. Like, if you want to, like, the last thing that it came off of me is the last episode of X-Ray Review. No one caught as many L's as you thought they was gonna catch. And that's about it. It's some work coming. It's some surprise work coming, and you know what I'm saying? It's just more diversifying the motherfucking bond. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all what's good. Once I'm able, to play some Primal Rage, we gonna play some Primal Rage, and that's just how it's gonna be. So, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get up out of here. I want to thank y'all for joining me on what turned into You Can Play Primal Rage 2 into a mini installment about the archival of the future. I don't know. I'm gonna call it something. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get up out of here. You know who it is. It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And with that, rage!